Dead Space 3. We're on hardcore mode. We're on chapter 4. We're on the optional quest, the Greely, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, so we got through the first part of the Greely, and we're back at the main room that we come down when we first come in. Dealt with the wave of enemies, which wasn't much. And when you get the everything collected and so forth, go on and move on down to your next door here. Some reason got a little glitch in that room. There's just little markers on the floor. I don't know why they're there. They're just there. Just another video game glitch, I guess. Dead Space 3 was pretty much good on it, but it did have some few times my buddy was glitched out in a black room or whatever, and we had to quit and come back because you can't really reload the checkpoints in this hardcore mode. Anyway, when you get into this room, it's another room that's just hard to defend from. There's just not a sweet corner to work from. So we like to get off into this corner, and my buddy covers one way, I try to cover the other way. Keep a watchful eye on your health at all times. It is hardcore mode, so you don't want to die. And I've mentioned many times that you want to, save the game to your zip drive in hardcore mode at the end of every chapter. You want to go to the dashboard and save your game to your zip drive. This way, if you do die, you can just delete this save spot and then move your zip drive save over to your hard drive, and then you can continue on. Better to restart a chapter than to replay the game from the beginning, so that just makes sense. That was a little trick that I came up with having to play Hitman Absolution. For some reason, when the game would autosave, it hasn't happened to any of my friends, but it happened to me at least 3-4 times, and why I came up with the method of saving the game to a zip drive was that the game would lock up in the middle of an autosave, and then it would corrupt the save, and some reason it would just, instead of going back to your last save point, it would just delete your whole game, so to speak. Very weird. The game would keep all your collectibles as far as your upgrades to your weapons and that kind of stuff, but it put you back to the very beginning of the game where you have to replay the beginning chapters and all that. And that's a tough pill to take when you're already on chapter 8 or whatever. And after that happening a couple times, I was almost not going to play the game because that was just a rough thing to happen. So I would just, at the end of every chapter, go save the game to a zip drive, and if it did happen, I delete that save off the hard drive, move my zip drive, save over, so forth and so on. So anyway, pretty much anytime you got an auto-save game like that, probably a good idea to save your progress on a zip drive. Take a few minutes and do that. It can't hurt. So anyway, we're on the second part of the Greely, working our way down to the room that has the audio log or the code book or whatever it is. Once we get it, we activate that on the way back in that big room before heading out of the ship. Okay, I believe this has got one of those squiggly things on the wall. Oh, nope. That's not here. That's actually in chapter 5. Okay, so that's our quest item that we need to pick up, and we will hear that in a little bit once we get back to the room where we were when we come down the ladder. Okay, once we head up these stairs, you're going to have a bunch of those little things that kind of bring the enemies back to life, but I'm going to light them up with my Air Force gun.
Isaac, what is that horrible noise?
I think I pulled out something I shouldn't have. The gravity plating is tearing itself apart. The message is a warning to someone named Serrano on the planet's surface.
Did you find a way to decode it?
Yeah, the encryption key is in the
Alright, so
office.
if you need to use the
Laura
bench, go ahead and
Engstrom.
do
Let
that.
me see if I can find it. Yes, here she is. I'll send it to your locator.
You don't want to hit those plates, that's for sure. Especially in hardcore mode. Okay, so once we get to the top here, we're going to get attacked by some more enemies. Just another one of these areas where it's kind of hard to defend from. Air Force gun just blow them back into those gravity plates. Okay, let's move on. Again, we're going to get into the corner, get ready for the wave. Alright, so you come in here, you activate the chip or whatever that thing is, and that's going to end the optional quest.
Got it. Hey, Santos, I'm sending you the decryption key now.
I see it. Hold on, I'll apply it to the message. Hide Rosetta? Who's she?
They must have been trying to hide her from the execution order. Her research could be the key to all of this.
But why issue a cleanse order
Okay,
if it would destroy
so
such an important secret?
that
Maybe
pretty
they
much
panicked.
wraps up the Greely.
Maybe they
Go
knew
ahead
something
and
we
empty
didn't.
out your
Isaac,
collectibles
thanks for
here.
looking into this. It could prove very useful.
Good to hear. Well, I'm heading back. We've got a long road ahead of us. Isaac out.
Alright. Make a little bit of ammo. Get ready to move on. AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. We'll see you on the next one. Okay, hardcore on Dead Space 3. Best thing to do is to save the game to a zip drive at the end of every chapter, or any place that you think you may die. You want to just go back to the dashboard, go under system settings to storage, go to your hard drive, go under the game, Dead Space 3. You'll see the slot for hardcore, and just save it over to the zip drive. Now, if you happen to die, what you do is you go back to the dashboard, you go into your hard drive, and you delete that one save spot, and then go to your zip drive and copy it back to your hard drive, and then you're golden. So basically what you're seeing here is to save it to your zip drive. If you do die, you just reverse the process to put the game back on your hard drive, and you're good. So don't sweat the hardcore, just follow this step, and if you die, just do that.